welcome. The Block Sitdown is the One Foot In podcast where we take 1 foot into the college football realm, the college football world, and today we will be doing a post game podcast on the week 12 games, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, we're getting deep into the playoffs or deep into the season, getting ready for the playoffs, getting ready for conference championships. So we're going to cover a couple games that we liked from the slate of games on Saturday, and then I'm gonna take y'all in to the other side, the other games that not a lot of people take a look at in the what's it called, 2 minute drill. One eye on the 2 minute drill, and I'm gonna go over some games that are somewhat important for conference championship, playoff hopes for some teams, and just all around the league or all around the different conferences. How y'all doing now before we get into college football?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. Obviously, I didn't go to work yet today because I had something planned yesterday. But other than that, so basically, I basically use that day to catch up with life a little bit in terms of rest, bro. Just my life been nonstop, just hectic, just always on the move. So it was a nice little breather. How about you, VJ?
It was alright. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm just here. Nah, I ain't lie. Just kind of spawned in. That's all I can really say.
How about you, Cameron?
Yeah, I missed spawn kill, so pretty good. Pause. But I'm good. I'm chilling. Woke up like
Buddy.
30 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
No.
But yeah, let's take a look into college football. We got a top 10 matchup. We got Texas, number 10 in the country, going to Georgia, number 5 in the country. We said this game was going to be very tough for Texas, and it was. It's very tough when you get 10 carries from 2 running backs and they only amount for 40 yards, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know what the fuck the play calling was, bro, but it was very intriguing. And have Arch drop back 43 times and try to attempt the pass. It's kind of insane to me. They were only able to put up 10 points, and then Georgia, on the other hand, Gunnar Stockton, 24 for 29, 229, 4 touchdowns. Interception didn't matter. But in the fourth quarter, you see they scored 21 points. Well, that's coming off of a touchdown, and then they go for the onside kick, a surprise onside kick. They get it, and then it's a touchdown again. So now they get back-to-back, possessions, and they put up 14 points in those 2 possessions. So now, fucking Texas get the ball back, and they're down fucking, what was that, 14? I mean, they're down fucking 18 at that point, and it's the fourth quarter. So what do? 3 and out. And then Georgia gets the ball back, and what do? Another touchdown. And now you get it back down. Texas gets the ball back, 13 plays, 64 yards, and then they just not able to convert. And then that's the game pretty much. 35-10. Georgia made it look pretty easy, and that's something that Georgia really hasn't seen this year. And I think the Kirby Smart onside kick is something that, I mean, people expect from Kirby Smart at this point, but the fact that he's able to convert makes him a genius. And he's a mastermind now. But always been a mastermind for real. VJ, how we feel about this?
I mean, in hindsight, it was decently evident that Georgia was probably gonna win this game. It's just how they won. I wouldn't say it's impressive, but it definitely helps a lot because first half it actually was a pretty tight game. To be honest with you, it wasn't too bad of a first half. Definitely contested. Second half, Georgia kind of just took it out the water essentially, and overall, this game was pretty solid. To be honest, I didn't mind watching it. But I really watched this game with a lot of thinking about like the playoff implications for both teams. I mean, I assume for Georgia, it's almost like basically locked in now.
Yeah.
It's like this is, I mean, final SEC matchup. After this, you got 2 non-conference opponents. I mean, one of them being fucking Georgia Tech at the end of the season, so that's cool and all. And obviously for Texas though, it gets a little iffy now. Because now it's like the rankings are going to go all over the place because, man, this is the 3rd loss, and this is what, 2nd in SEC. This is going to be confusing for how it's going to be ranked in all this. So I'm actually kind of interested to see the rankings coming out later today. So apart from that, it's just I felt like Georgia just kind of did what they had to do. It did take them a little minute. Like I said, in the second half, that's when they took it off. But hey, I mean, you good up for Georgia's. I mean, shoot, they won the game, and I feel like the way they won it was kind of evident on how they've been doing it the entire season. So I can really say. How about you, Rack?
Yeah, so I came into this game thinking like, all right, obviously we knew this was gonna be a close game. I was watching the highlights. I'm like, okay, Texas score, strike first, but kick a field goal kick. Then Georgia came out with the TD. I'm like, well, damn, all right, they are home after all, so they gotta keep Texas on their toes. Gotta keep Arch Manning, on his toes. Gotta keep Texas not looking as strong as they were last year. So they gotta come out striking strong, and then second quarter. Georgia scored again, but then coming to halftime, Texas scored. Now it's like, okay, Texas is hanging in there. It'll look like going back and forth. They had some possession stopped. Georgia might be up a little bit, but they was just trying to hang in there. But then like Cam said earlier, Kirby Smart decided to do an offside kick, succeeded, and that's kind of where the whole momentum just completely shifted from Texas. Georgia defense locked in, and they were just putting that pressure on Arch Manning, not letting him do nothing. Anytime they try to run the ball, they stuffed it. It's like, damn, it basically that fourth quarter after that offside kick, it was just like, yeah, you might as well just pack it up. But like Arch Manning would try to throw the ball. There was some pass where it was just like too far gone. It just like he was uncomfortable in that pocket because Georgia was getting that pressure on him. It was a rough game, and I don't know, like Cam said, I don't know what to play call. I don't know what else you can do against this Georgia defense because they were just applying that pressure, and all their offense was getting it done. Obviously, it was a little slow. It got started slow, but they stayed ahead a little bit. But yeah, so that's all I gotta say, to be honest. Cameron?
Yeah, Gunnar Stockton's interceptions coming in the third quarter, and that was from Anthony Hill Jr. And then Texas was able to finally get a touchdown off the interception, and then that's when Georgia got the ball back, and they didn't look back after that. But I think all things considered, I think Arch played a lot better than he's played over the whole season. It kind of all came together, but it wasn't enough, bro. And it's definitely apparent when you have a backfield like this, bro. Trey Wisener had a fucking, I think it was a 16-yard run or something like that, and I was like, bro, this is exactly what he could do, bro. And I think that was early in the game, so I was like, just go back to that. And it was like, bro, I don't know what the play calling is, but it just irritates me. Because Arch couldn't use his legs either, so that's just what CJ Allen was doing. I'm pretty sure he got injured in the game, but I think he's gonna be good. But yeah, this Georgia defense looked like Georgia defense from the past. And that's something we really haven't seen this year. Holding the Texas 10 points, even though Texas hasn't been the greatest at times this year. But now you look at 3 losses, and Texas, you just got one out. If you want to try to have hopes at the playoffs, you got Texas A&M left on your schedule, and you got 2 more games left. So just win your last 2 games, and you'll be fine. Arkansas shouldn't be a problem with you, but you struggle with Kentucky, so it is what it is. Just get 2 wins, and you'll make it very interesting for the committee to try to put y'all in there, because a 3-loss SEC team is something that hasn't happened yet, but I think it's very possible. At this point, if Texas, bro, number 1 Ohio State, you lost to a top 5 team in Georgia, and then you got Oklahoma sprinkled in there, and yeah, good segue for the next game, because Oklahoma, the team that beat Texas, or didn't they beat?
It was flip. Oklahoma lost to Texas.
So what's Texas' third loss?
Florida, yeah, Lagway.
Florida, yeah. That's a bad loss. I don't know why I always confuse that game, but Oklahoma, another win for them. They're able to go to Tuscaloosa, ranked number 11, and beat a number 4 team in the country. And yeah, they won 23-21. John Mateer just did what he needed to do, and was able to get it done, bro. It wasn't the best looking game for offenses wise, but Oklahoma was able to make it kind of just a defensive battle for the most part. And Ty Simpson, I want to say didn't look like Ty Simpson, but Ty Simpson always has to do so much in that offense, bro. But yeah, I think it's the backfield still. Even though Daniel Hill was able to get 2 touchdowns and 60 yards, bro, it was bro, there's an asterisk next to it, bro. They had 2 fumbles lost, and they were just going after these turnovers, bro. I think it was 3 turnovers in the game for Alabama, 2 fumbles by Ryan Williams and Ty Simpson, talking about their best players, and then an interception by Ty Simpson. And this Oklahoma defense was something that we thought could shut Alabama's offense down if they drop back too much. But hey, bro, I feel like this game, it played out perfectly in Oklahoma's hands, and they were able to get the stops when they needed to. And yeah, VJ, what do you think?
Hey, this game, was kind of in hindsight how we all kind of talked about it last week, where if Oklahoma had a chance, they need to keep it scrappy. There's no way. There was almost like close to impossible chance that Oklahoma winning wise was gonna blow them out. There was close to no chance. They had to keep it scrappy. They had to keep it tight knit. They had to keep it close. They had to pretty much just dog it out, and they did. I mean, dude, Oklahoma pulling out the upset at Tuscaloosa was actually like one of the most insane things I could have seen. Obviously Oklahoma is just big. The big plays honestly is what shined out for me. Then I'm pretty sure they had a nice little like fumble return for touchdown. I saw that. I was like, yeah, that was big. The offense for Oklahoma, I mean, you kind of just said it perfectly. They just did what they need to do. Essentially, there's nothing outstanding, no craziness. It was just do what you need to do, get somewhere for us to at least get 3 or something. And that's how the game was, honestly. Just it's not the greatest of, action all around, but it's the scrappiness. They kept it close, and then the Oklahoma defense eventually just shined through. Got to Alabama. Fucking Ty Simpson just didn't. I mean, by stats, he still had a decent game, but it just wasn't enough. And so it's very, very, very nice to see, at least from Oklahoma, still having that shot. With the way how everything looked when John Mateer was injured and all that, it's kind of nice to see how it is going now. And in hindsight, kind of talking about it, the other game with the Texas one, I want to see where Oklahoma's ranked, because now with this type of win, like the way it's been evident, it's been about head-to-head matchups. Texas beat Oklahoma, but Oklahoma just beat Alabama. How is this gonna be ranked out? That's what I really want to see. So I'm excited to kind of see these rankings later on, and that's all I can really say. What about you, right?
Yeah, this is basically what Oklahoma won it. A defensive game. To be honest, it was just, I was so surprised about all the turnover that Alabama had. Obviously, the one turnover coming from the interception, you can't always have a perfect game, so it was bound to happen. But man, the fumbles with Ryan Williams, it was a punt return, and he just, he was getting like wrapped up, and then somebody just came up and just punched the ball out of here. I'm like, damn. I'm like, and then before that one, there was already a fumble on the play. I'm pretty sure there was a fumble that was heading to the heading out of bounds, and I think number 11 on defense. I forgot. I'm pretty sure who was it? I think McKenzie. Yeah, bro, his ass could have literally just laid on top of it, but he tried to fucking pick it up, which then the ball ended up just basically running out, getting away from him, and then the fucking Alabama recovered it. Now, bro, you could have just laid on top of it. I don't know what he was trying to do. I guess he was trying, everybody always try to get, that touchdown on defense. They not often they get, a TD on defense, but so there was that. It was just like there was so many turnover going against Alabama, which was just crazy, and I was like, damn, it's just going to be this type of game, where Oklahoma is basically just fucking college football guys is just giving it to them like, hey, turnover. You just need to do something on your end. And even though they didn't always come down with a TD, they always scored, whether it be a field goal kick or a TD. It is basically what Oklahoma needed. On that point, yeah, Tom Simpson trying to do everything, throwing the ball. He dropped back 42 times. Yeah, I don't know what you want him to do. Where Oklahoma was over here just basically throwing everybody at him, and I don't know what else you want him to do. He's trying his hardest, and this is basically the Oklahoma we wanted to see against that Texas. And obviously, that game already happened. We already know what happened. And John Mateer, like I said, he slowly come back to life. After that injury, we all assume, well, at least I assume that that after an injury, he's not gonna look the same. But he did his part this game. He did what he needed to do. He got the ball out his hand to get it to his playmakers, and tried to do something with it, and that's all they needed. Moving forward, this is basically what they should be their game plan. Try to keep the game close. If you can't blow them out. But obviously, I'm pretty sure Oklahoma is in the death schedule, isn't it? Or they're facing Missouri and LSU next. I mean, we see where that goes, but as long as they keep it close, Oklahoma can ride back to the top how they was early in the season. That's all.
Yeah, you talk about the death schedule. They beat number 5 Michigan, number 22 Auburn at the time. Texas they lost to, was unranked at the time, but now they're ranked. South Carolina they beat. lost to a top 10 team in Ole Miss, and then you got back-to-back ranked wins against Tennessee and Alabama. And now it was looking like a death schedule, but both Beals out for Missouri, and LSU's benching Garrett Nussmeier now. So yeah, that schedule looks a lot easier now, and Oklahoma really has a big chance to make the playoffs now, especially coming off this win. And yeah, I think the Ty Simpson interception was the worst because it was a pick six on OU's fucking 13-yard line. So they had an 8-play drive that they was driving on, had big plays going in there, and they threw the pick six. So I think that was like it was that, and then the 2 fumbles. This is a 2-point game, and they weren't able to get anything on the other end, bro. Like Mateer was playing very conservative. Had a rushing touchdown, and yeah, we're talking about this Oklahoma team because they should be a lock for this playoffs now. They're not going to see the SEC championship. And for Alabama's whole thing was hey, they're supposed to be going to a SEC championship. We don't know who's going now. I think it's a 3-way tie between as long as everybody wins out. I don't know how the SEC does theirs, but it's Georgia, Ole Miss, and Alabama now, with 1 loss in conference play for the SEC. So yeah, moving forward, we got the Big Ten matchup that lived up to the hype for once. Iowa, the Hawkeyes, number 21 in the country, go to a rainy USC, ranked number 17. And USC was able to finally get a ranked win or a win where they were supposed to win. I feel like I think the only other good win I feel like is like the Michigan game, where they are ranked Michigan, but you got an Illinois loss and a Notre Dame loss on their schedule with the other 2 ranked opponents that they faced. So this was good for them because USC kind of put it all together. We expected a heavy run game, defensive game, and that's kind of what we got. But Jane Mayava threw for 254. 23 for 32 on his completion percentage, but King Miller had 83 yards on 19 carries. Just did what he needed to do, but it was the Makai Levin show. They was able to get 10 receptions to that guy and 153 yards, bro. And that's gonna be very difficult to win, especially in the game like that. Very rainy. I don't think it was as bad as it was at the Oregon game last week, but it is what it is. Kamari Moan for Iowa though, he was the guy just getting the carries and racking up them yards, so shout out him. But yeah, I just Iowa's offense is terrible, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Watching that shit just like makes me want to puke, bro. But it is what it is, bro. I feel like Gronowski could do a whole lot more, and I just think they have a lot to be desired with this offense. But now Iowa drops 6-4, USC 8-2, and for the rest of their schedule, they got an Oregon matchup this week. So yeah, at Oregon. So if they win the last 2 games, they're in. Oregon, UCLA. So I think if USC can beat both teams, I don't know what it puts the favors at Oregon. It will be very interesting. But yeah, VJ, how you feel?
Ooh, this game you kind of said it a little bit. It's just this was like one of them just Big Ten games, man. Good overall play from both teams. Iowa defense was basically just fucking trying to fucking hold themselves out and praying that the offense could do something, but that shit don't exist. I don't remember the last time an Iowa offense fucking worked functionally anyways. But USC, hey, they survived the test. This is arguably one of the biggest tests. You got a tough defense, and I think that's to be expected when you're facing Iowa anytime. You're always going to face a tough defense. What didn't apply was the fact that the weather fucking summoned a tsunami, or a little bit at least, for that game. And they survived the test through it. And this was definitely a good win for USC, keeping their hopes alive. You just said it. They got Oregon next week. And realistically, that game will probably determine if you make it or you out. That's the easiest way to put it, honestly. So definitely one of those this is definitely one of those like Big Ten type of games. I mean, scrappy, very entertaining by a defensive standpoint to watch, but USC pulled it out. They showed the resilience that they need to show, and they got it. How about yourself on this one, Rack?
Yeah, bro. I looked at the highlight. Obviously I picked Iowa last week, so I'm like, oh man, they kept it close. This is what I basically assumed was gonna be. I'm like, all right, how bad did they lose by though? Like, what was it? Did they come down to the final possession? And so then I clicked on the highlight. I'm like, oh shit, Iowa strike first twice. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember. I can't remember if USC was sprinkled there, but I remember it was 14-0. I'm like, holy shit, Iowa's fucking 14 up. I'm like, damn, they just need to keep it going, and then all of a sudden they come down to the second half and they didn't do fucking nothing. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What the hell, bro? Like, really? What the hell? Like, it's like they started off so strong. The defense getting, at least their front line. Iowa front line, they was getting some pressure. They were getting there a little bit, getting some pressure. But man, their secondary, holy shit! I don't know how the fuck they letting fucking Makai Lemon getting fucking 10 receptions, 153 yards. Like literally, there was at one point there was 3 fucking defender on I don't remember who it was, but on one of the receiver and motherfucker, I was like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, it's looking like I'm like, dude, our defense, at least their secondary, needs some fucking help. It's raining. First of all, USC shouldn't be throwing the ball over the top like this. The fact they're doing it freely, just know there's something wrong with your fucking defense. Because when you're raining, nobody really want to throw the ball because it's going to slip out your hand. You might not be able to throw it that far, blah, 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 all that, weather is an effect. You can't really control the fucking weather. So, seeing this shit, I'm like, all right, bro. Should be a more running type of game. No, you guys almost somebody fucking throw the ball over 3 fucking defender and just scoring. I'm like, all right. I started thinking to myself, if they wasn't raining, I'm pretty sure Iowa would not have scored 21 fucking points, bro. I'm pretty sure. Well, if they did score 21 points, I'm pretty sure fucking USC would have fucking 45 on their fucking head, the way it was looking. But yeah, it was just shocking to me that Iowa started off strong. Then all of a sudden, second half, they just basically disappeared. And it was like, you know what? We didn't want to win anyways. We kept it close. Y'all can have the rest. Like, oh, okay. Great. Typical Iowa, bro.
And this is marking Iowa's 4th loss of the season. All top 20 opponents that they lost to this season, but you can never get the big one. They finished out the season with Michigan State and Nebraska. They're surprisingly ranked last week, number 21, and now they should be unranked at this point. 4 losses on the season. At least you're going bowling, but I think this team underperformed in the big moments, and had 2 games that were kind of like in their style, in their like in their hands, and they just kind of let it slip away with no offense being played. And yeah, for USC again, if they went out, I think they're locked for the playoffs. That's coming off a Oregon win, and I think if Oregon loses, it'll be very interesting to see where they ranked, because most notably in the first week of the college football playoff committee, they ranked them lower than the AP did. So I want to see how far they would drop if they lose, but that's if they lose. Moving on, we got an irritating game. We got South Carolina losing to fucking Texas A&M 31-30. How many points did South Carolina score in the first half? 30 points. How many did they end with? 30 points. How many points did Texas A&M put up in the first half? 3 points. How much did they end with? 30-1. I'm watching this game and I'm like, yo, they're gonna let A&M get the ball back again? They're gonna let them score again? They're gonna let them get the ball back again? Yo, bro. Can you do fucking something, bro? Like, yo, 15 for 30 for Lanorris, Sellers, 2 touchdowns. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, you best believe he's good as going, bro. I would hope so. If he doesn't go to the NFL, please go to fucking Miami, Indiana. I don't care at this point, bro. And make sure you bring Nick Harbor with you, too. 3 receptions for 102 yards from Nick Harbor. I'll talk about this guy every single fucking week because he's the big playmaker. 80-yard fucking touchdown is fucking crazy. That's the type of shit that he does, bro. Does he have help in the backfield? Not really, bro. They don't like going to him. Fucking Matt Fuller, 9 carries for 16 yards. Bro, that's not going to help, bro. I don't give a fuck if you got fucking 5 running backs in the backfield, bro. He needs help. He needs more production, bro. And the fact that he's the one making the big plays is fucking crazy to me, bro. And he this whole season has been... This sums up the whole season, bro. They've had a lot of games where they're right there, bro, and they just can't finish. You have 30 points in the first half, and then you can't score in the second half, bro. This is the most irritating thing. Texas A&M, hey, bro, you 10-0, bro. You should not have won this game, bro. You should have looked at that halftime score and checked out mentally, bro. I knew I would have, bro. Marcel Reed, 22 for 39, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think most of that's coming from the first half, or both of them come from the first half. But yeah, not much from the backfield, bro, because they was playing catch up the whole time. KCC 158 off 7 receptions. Yeah, they're third. Ashton Bethel Roman, Times New Roman, fucking 4 receptions, 139 yards. Like, yo, they were just doing anything out there in the second half, bro. They was just playing fucking backyard football and just letting this bitch rip, and they was getting it every single fucking time. But yeah, fucking Texas A&M had 4 turnovers, bro, and still won the game, bro. That's so fucking mind-boggling to me, bro. Like that, I don't understand it, bro. I don't know what the game plan was going into the second half, but I know. All the coaches on South Carolina was smiling ear to ear, bro. South Carolina now is 3-7, bro. 1-7 in SEC play, and you have the game right in your hands. You let it slip away, and you just let them. You just didn't even make it tough for them, bro. They was just getting the ball back 3 plays, touchdown. That's what it felt like, bro. I don't know what the fucking box score is, but bro, yeah, bro, fucking interception, touchdown, interception in the second half for Texas A&M. So back-to-back interception. I was like, oh shit, is Marcel Reed that's gonna make mistakes? Came out, touchdown, downs, touchdown, 3 and out, 2 plays, touchdown for A&M. That's the third quarter for Texas A&M. 3 touchdowns, bro. That is so insane to me, bro. And the amount of 3 and outs they had, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm take it away, BJ, bro.
They, what a choke job, man. They choked the hell out of this one, bro. South Carolina, I don't know. It's just this one was unexplainable, bro. I thought the Bama one was bad. I remember the Bama one. That shit was surprising because Bama was giving the game away and they still couldn't capitalize on it. I never thought I'd see where they had a fucking 27-point fucking advantage at halftime. Momentum all over. Fucking Texas A&M. Bro, Marcel Reed was throwing the bullshit, bro. He was throwing the bullshit. I was talking to Rack about this. We were like, me and him were watching this shit live. Bro, he was throwing the bullshit. Bro, I seen this dude overthrow the dude like 7 feet in the air. I'm like, yo, this getting, bro, Marcel Reed, bro, what happened? Did he fall asleep on the wrong side of the bed? Bro came out, I guess he fell asleep in halftime on the right side of the bed because he just came through and fucking did everything right, bro. This is insane. In Texas A&M, they just did everything, bro. It's just like, bro, how do I explain this one in the second half for A&M? It's like they fucking went in the game settings and turned the sliders to a max for them because there was no possible mistake they could have done at like the way they were playing. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I'm like, okay, South Carolina got to get at least a field goal, right? You know, just get something, you know? Fuck no, they didn't get shit. I don't even think they touched the fucking 50-yard line after that. I don't remember to the top of my head in that second half. So I'm like, yo, this was horrible choke job by South Carolina. You kind of just summed it up. All the star players, get the fuck out of there, bro. I do not want to be in that program, bro. That big of a choke job, bro. You choked to Alabama. That was a bad choke, but it's Alabama, whatever BS. You just choked this bad to A&M. Yeah, I don't know. I expect South Carolina, I don't know, something got to happen with this program. Coach firing, transfer portal, something, bro. Because this was a big choke job. And for a team that was honestly viewed as a potential SEC like type of team that could run this for a little bit, I definitely failed this season. So sucks for them. Congratulations, A&M. Y'all who arguably I know in program it was their greatest comeback, but it's probably the best.
I think teams that were up by 27 or more or something like that, they were
200
something. 2000 in SEC play. Now they're 1-289 or some shit.
Yeah. A&M, bro. They congratulations, y'all pulled arguably the greatest comeback this season. Definitely one for the all times because this is definitely the biggest choke job by South Carolina. So, I don't want to really say much more because what else is there to say? How about yourself, right? What do you think about this one?
Yeah. Cam said, what was the game plan for South Carolina? Apparently, the game plan was fucking to run out, 3 second, every play they got. Because shit, every single time they run the fucking ball, they got fucking stuff. Hey, you know what? That took 2 seconds off the clock. Let's do it again. Oh shit, that took 3 seconds off the clock. Let's do it again. It's just like, bro, I was watching this live with VJ, obviously, so it's like I knew what was going on, but I had to go back, watch the highlight to really like soak it all in, bro. Really take in the bullshit Marcel Reed was throwing in the first half, and I was like, Jesus, how the fuck did A&M not fucking lose, bro? How did they not lose, bro? I was looking at it, watching the first time, I'm like, I'm pretty sure every college football fan who was watching this game by halftime, I was like, oh yeah, A&M, they're done. Number 3 team just got taken out. Nobody in hell assumed that South Carolina was gonna come out and not score a single fucking point, bro. Not one field goal kick. The worst part is they came out to the final drive. Lanorris Sellers, he knows he gotta throw the fucking ball. The motherfucker ran out of bounds. 4th down and fucking whatever the fuck. He went and ran out of bounds. I was like, what? Oh my, bro. You're down. You know you're on a fourth and whatever the fuck, and you know damn well you did not run 10 plus yards. So why the fuck are we running out of bounds? I'm pretty sure he basically wanted to give up. That's what it looked like to me. He's like, you know what? I'm trying too fucking hard. You know, I'm getting fucking blitzed. You know, I gotta keep running out the fucking pockets. There's nobody to throw the fucking ball to. You know, my brother's down there somewhere. I can't fucking see him. You know, let me just fucking run out of bounds and end the fucking game, bro. That's basically what it was. Fucking the second half of South Carolina. It was unfucking believable. And y'all know what Marcel Reed nickname is apparently when he gave him Gingerbread Man, bro. I swear to God, that I seen that shit, and you talking about calling himself Gingerbread Man. I was like, what? Why? He was like, cause you can't catch me. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe I'm the only one that seen that shit, but I swear to you, I'm pretty sure I seen that shit, bro. I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, chill with the alter egos, bro. JJ McCarthy calling himself 9 and shit. That shit not looking good in the league. But yeah. Bro, I don't know why, bro. I was the one mostly paying attention to this third quarter, bro. I was like, the third quarter stays how it's looking for South Carolina, bro. That's when I'm gonna like stop caring about it, bro. I'm gonna be like, okay, A&M got a loss. I was looking at the shit, I'm just like, A&M got the ball back. They just scored. How'd they do that? They scored. They got the ball back again. They scored. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, yo, this is insane. I guess we talk about South Carolina in their future because they do have Aaron Nolan. He's the Ohio State transfer. So they got him ready to go for next year if Lanorris does leave, and I would assume so at this point, bro. I really hope he does, bro, for his sake. Either go to the league, bro, or fucking take a risk and go to Signetti, bro. He's the QB whisperer, bro. But yeah, they also got I think it's Landon Duckworth. They got a 2026 commit. I think he's like a 4-star, maybe a lower 5-star or something like that. But they got a top 10 like QB commit coming in this year. So hey, but the future for South Carolina is looking good on that aspect. But as far as winning games, I don't know about that, bro. Culture change, something need to happen. Yeah, Faison's not. He's a fucking. I think he's a senior from Utah State, bro. There was high hopes for him, and this is somebody that's supposed to be good in the backfield. 5 carries for 26 yards. It looks decent on paper because his average is at 5.2, but maybe get him some more. Like, bro, I hate the offense. I hate the offensive coordinator that got fired. I hate the offense that I seen out in the second half of this game, bro. Like, it was just fucking annoying. But Matt Fuller is a freshman, and he's the one that had 9 carries for 16 yards. Not looking like much, bro, but he got 9 carries, which is crazy to me. But yeah, they were trying to chew clock out there, bro. Like, yo. But shout out Marcel Reed, bro. 440 yards with 3 touchdowns. We'll throw the interceptions to the first half. But that second half looked good for him. He was able to bounce back with no real help in the backfield. Talk about rushing because they just kept throwing it, bro, and everything just kept going their way. That's the most irritating thing I've seen in a while, bro. Like 30-3, and you was fucking, bro. Wasn't the coach like fucking smiling going in half and shit, buddy? I'm smiling no fucking more, bro. Okay, let's get into the most meaningless fucking ranked game this week, and probably of the season, bro. Pittsburgh head coach said this game doesn't matter, and he played like it. Put up 15, just said fuck it. We'll take this loss. Hopefully, he wins the next couple games, cause yeah, I feel like his job should be on the line just because of how this shit's gonna play out. Number 9 Notre Dame goes to number 22 Pittsburgh. The Panthers, not an ACC game, so Pittsburgh doesn't give a fuck about that. And yeah, basically Notre Dame, I ain't gonna lie, I would say, it really wasn't close, but I'm like, is Pittsburgh gonna reel this back in? Is Pittsburgh gonna like have some effort in this second half? And not really, bro. Yeah, that Jeremiah Love's guy's pretty good. 23 carries for 147 yards. Dan Price kind of looked like he's been struggling the last couple of weeks, bro. I don't know what it is with him. I don't know how if they're using him a bit differently, I don't know. 8 carries for 21 yards for him, not really looking the best. But yeah, CJ Carr was able to throw to Malachi Fields 7 fucking times. And then Eli Raradon or some shit, 6 receptions. He's a guy I don't really know too much about. And he's a tight end, so that's probably why. They have a decent receiving group, and CJ Carr was able to make do with what he had, bro. On the other side of the ball, the losing team, Mason Heinzel, struggled. He looked like a freshman out there. Not much to say about him. It just is what it is. You kind of just got your ass beat, bro. It just is what it is, bro. Now you got to go back to ACC play and just hope for the best, bro, because you're still in the ACC contention, but this is just another loss, and Notre Dame season was on the line, so they wasn't going to lose. BJ, how you feel?
Um, I'll kind of sum it up from my point of view on how I see all this. So I was watching the game. I was like, you know what? Let me see like the beginning. Man, in my mind, I don't know why I was thinking of it the entire time. I was like, what if the Pitt coach was just like saying that bullshit just to come out swinging like going stupid? So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe let me watch. And to be fair, it didn't. It had potential, and I think they had to punt. So I was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Wasn't that bad of an effort. Notre Dame, yeah, they kind of just took that out the water and basically just fucking scored. I was like, okay, if Pitt could replicate what you just did in that damn, that beginning drive or whatever, okay, maybe there's some hope. It didn't look too good either. So I was like, oh, I don't know now. Notre Dame and then fucking Jeremiah Love want to hit fucking crazy spin moves. So I'm like, yeah, it's over. Never mind. And that's why I stopped watching this game, bro. Because I was like, yeah, game's over. Pittsburgh's doing the bullshit. And essentially, yeah, they basically gave up. They got bent over and slapped around by basically in the second quarter, essentially, in my eyes. Shit, they basically didn't want to play no fucking football after that. So, yeah, I really didn't pay attention after that damn, like, I said first quarter, but honestly, I watched a little bit of second quarter, and I saw that Notre Dame scored. I was like, yep, no more. I'm not watching this. Let me go back to the damn South Carolina game and saw that atrocity of a fucking choke job. So, overall, this game wasn't really I won't say too eye-opening for me, just because it was kind of like, in hindsight, we know what was going to happen, especially how fucking the Pitt coach was reacting to it. So wasn't really like interested to see this, but it's good for Notre Dame though. Good win. They need to win out still, and this is definitely one of the wins they needed. I mean, they're still basically in contention. I don't even know who they face the next two opponents, but is like, do y'all know who's the next two opponents?
Yeah, I got you. I think it's gonna be Georgia Tech and Miami. So back to back ranked teams.
Ooh, yeah. Consider that season loss for Pitt.
Yeah.
What about Notre Dame though? What's Notre Dame's like?
Syracuse and Stanford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Only the two worst in ACC.
We see y'all at slot number 8 in the college football playoff. So yeah. Honestly, just I don't know. I mean, this game was foreshadowed already at the fucking the preview, just because of the Pitt coach, and it basically turned out how it needs to be. So, nothing much to say, at least at my end. How about yourself, Frank?
Yeah, I don't think I really need to say a lot about this game. Yeah, like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, if I was a committee, right, and then Notre Dame just beat a Pittsburgh, ranked number 22 team, on paper, if you just knew on paper, they'd be a ranked opponent, but then you go find out, yeah, Pittsburgh head coach did not give a fuck about this game. What the fuck you mean to give a fuck about this game? They ranked number 22. They should care. Nah, they did not. They seen they were facing Notre Dame. They was not in conference. You like, yeah, whatever happened. If they lose, they lose. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably rank the team differently. We already discussed this last week. I don't know what head coach in their mind play any team at all and just say, if we lose, we lose. That'll be fine. But yeah, we're not gonna go backwards. We're gonna move forward. Yeah, Notre Dame just did their thing this game. Started off strong, 14-0. I'm like, well, damn, fucking, with Jeremiah Love, out here doing the fucking, pressing the circle button on the PlayStation controller, and we're playing college football, just feed him the ball and just let him work, and just that's basically what it was, bro. Let CJ Carr drop back, throw the ball a little bit, 2 interception. Doesn't matter though, because Pittsburgh fucking head coach don't give a fuck about the game, Why convert on an interception, you don't give a fuck about the game. But yeah, I don't really got much to say about the game. I'm just another thing. I was just looking at the ESPN chart right here, bro. They got Mason fucking QBR at 8.7. God damn, bro. Jesus Christ, that's the lowest QBR I've seen all season. That's crazy. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Cameron.
All right, I just want to go over the Pitt drive chart, man. Let's go to the first half. Downs. Okay, 3 and out, punt. Interception, 1 play. 3 and out, punt. Punt. Field goal. That's off the interception of CJ Carr. 3 and out, punt. Missed field goal. Second half. Downs. Touchdown. That's it. That is fucking depressing, bro. That is depressing as fuck, bro. What the fuck? Yo, the amount of 3-and-out punts, bruh. Missed field goals. Talk about missed field goals. Notre Dame does have the worst like kicker in college football. If you didn't know, bruh. And they missed a field goal early. I think
Damn.
it was their first thing. So I think that's something that people need to look at, bruh. A little bit more, bruh, because he has extra points, missed all the above, bruh. He is such a terrible kicker. And he was one of the reasons they lost to Texas A&M. That's why they lost by 1 point. He missed extra point. But yeah, Notre Dame, CJ Carr, Jeremiah Love, Roland should be a lock for the playoffs now. And came back, was able to do the impossible, bruh. While beating a USC team, a Navy team, a Pittsburgh team now. Just adding to their wins. Pittsburgh. Some people don't give them no hope on this pod, but I give them a little bit of hope, bruh. Georgia Tech, Miami, bruh. Those are two beatable teams, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Maybe at the top of the ACC, pretty much, but hey, bruh. Georgia Tech has lost this year. Miami's lost this year, and Pitt has won games. Those wins being a 25 ranked Florida State team in a 3-win fashion, but they also blew out NC State, bro. Not trying to hype them up, but there's still a chance in this college football. And that takes us to the 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill where I go over just teams to keep an eye on. Just go over everything in college football, bro. Everything on a Power 4 level for the most part. Some group of 5 teams that may get that playoff love at the end of the year. But talk about some of the ACC championships. Kind of like sorting themselves out. The ACC championship contenders, I guess. Clemson goes on the road and beats Louisville. I told you Louisville. It's the 3rd loss of the season at home, bro. They do not hold it down at home, bro. And this coming from fucking Keywan Brown doing 135 yards on the ground. Chris Bell just doing Chris Bell things, 80 yards. Not much to say here, bro. It's just tough. That fucking Clemson just climbing back, bro. They just need one more win, bro. They just need one more win in their playoff bound. I'm not playoff bound. Whoa, a bowl game bound. But yeah, shout out Clemson. Did they thing. Kate Klubnik kind of came back and started doing this thing a little bit more. Adam Randall though, he's one of their backs that they needed more production from since the start of the year, and 2 touchdowns for him on 100 yards. So shout out him. This Friday Night Lights games, and we got Minnesota getting their ass beat by fucking Oregon. Do we expect anything less? Yeah, Kenyon Sadiq, he wanted to get back out there. He was ready to go after missing last week, 96 yards, a touchdown. Yeah, he's ready to go to the draft. At any point at this point. Dante Moore, someone that we don't know if he's gonna go to the draft. 2 touchdowns, 300 yards, 27 for 30, looking like Julius Sane out there. But yeah, for Minnesota, not much to say, bro. Jake Lindsey was kind of looking like Jake Lindsey, just a mid-tier quarterback, but at least you're bowl bound. And we can take a look at Minnesota's rest of the schedule because, yeah, they got Northwestern and Wisconsin. 8-win season, not bad for Minnesota, bro. I'm already projecting. Speaking of Wisconsin, yeah, they got their ass beat by Indiana. But only got held to 31 points at least. They didn't blow them out that much, right? Fernando Mendoza, 300 yards, damn near, 2 incompletions, and 4 touchdowns. He's now the Heisman frontrunner on most betting sites, so there's that. Charlie Becker still doing Charlie Becker things, man. Even with Omar Cooper in the game, EJ Williams in the game. No Surratt yet, but he should be there either next week or the week after, bro. But yeah, Indiana, all their challenges are out the way. They have a bye week this week, and then they have one more game against Purdue, and that's going to be their season. And
I got a question.
Be a lot for the Big Ten championship at this point.
I got a question. Is there an Indiana player that won the Heisman in Indiana history?
Probably not.
Damn.
I would assume not their ass.
Exactly. I was gonna assume their ass, so there ain't nobody. So, but I don't know my history, so I had to fact check real quick. Damn, Signetti put.
That's crazy to me.
Signetti.
What's crazy to me, bro, is if like you look at all the Heisman winners, can I see Mendoza on that list, bro? I don't know, bro. It's an outlier, bro. It's a polar bear in Texas or some shit, bro. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a little another Big Ten matchup. We could have put this in the games we talked about a little more in depth. Number 18, Michigan continues to struggle, and this is a game where I feel like they thought they could take their foot off the gas and let Bryce Underwood throw, and he looked good throwing. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's a little progression here. But 2 interceptions, and then Notre Dame or Northwestern fucking look like Notre Dame out there, making it happen. Except there's no running game. But yeah, they was able to just keep this shit close at Wrigley Field. It was a good little matchup, I guess. 19 carries for 142 yards for Jordan Marshall with 2 touchdowns. This is a guy that, as Ohio State fans, we need to watch out for because now Justice Haynes is out for the season. He's been declared like out for the whole regular season. I don't know if he's gonna come back. There was hope, and people thought that he was gonna be able to just make a return like he's fucking John Cena in a Royal Rumble and be ready for Ohio State, but it is no longer a thing, bro. But yeah, fucking 3 turnovers. Yeah, fucking 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles, and 2 interceptions. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. This game was funny to watch, bruh, as a Ohio State fan. And yeah, Michigan. Hey, at least Bryce Dunn was making strides, bruh, but he's definitely looking like a freshman out there. The South Florida Bulls, USF, ranked number 24 in the country. They had the 12th spot this week. And they got jinxed because they fucking lost. Navy, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Navy just kept like clawing back, and then like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Horvath is that guy, bro. This guy has 147 yards, fucking throwing, and then 60 passing, and then look at these running backs: 100 yards, 126 yards. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why, bro. Navy is just a fun team to watch, bro. And then receiving, got 5 receptions for 146 yards. So shout out him, shout out Koger, bro, and Byron Brown, bro. That's basically everybody on this team. Byron Brown's probably one of the better fucking the group of 5 teams, I guess, or a group of 5 players, and quarterbacks at that. 136 yards for 2 touchdowns rushing wise, and then 327 and 2 passing touchdowns. So this guy just does everything, bro. And now South Florida's kind of eliminated from the whole playoff thing because now they got 3 losses. Not going to see American American Championship, and now it's gonna be Navy and Tulane, North Texas, and East Carolina. We're talking about East Carolina later, but yeah, USF got nothing left on their schedule. But yeah, Navy 8-2, bro. They had 2 back-to-back terrible losses, bro. They got their ass beat by North Texas and then got their fucking ass beat at fucking Notre Dame, and they were able to come back. So this is a great win for them and their program. But now you got Memphis on a night game, and then Army left. The Army game is funny. But yeah, Tulane, North Texas, East Carolina is still in the running for the American conference championship, and it's kind of like just gonna sort itself out naturally. Then you got Arizona beating Cincinnati, upsetting Cincinnati. And I told you, I feel like Arizona had the chance to get one of these wins this year, and this was a signature win for Arizona. Fafita doing everything out there, 300 yards passing. And yeah, found Chris Hudson a lot. And then Brandon Storsby, on the other hand, it was just the turnovers, man. Turnovers just started. I wouldn't say piling up, but they were just. It was just a knife through the chest, bro. It just kept happening. And it was just. I don't know. It was just too much, bro. Arizona was able to get this one at home, at Cincinnati's home, and now Cincinnati's unranked. They're ranked number 25th, and now they're sitting under fucking Arizona State. So that just show you how last their season been. But you can see the top 2 in Big 12, and Cincinnati has this game against BYU that I wanted Cincinnati to win and to make it a big thing, but now it's no longer a big thing, really. They could just fuck up BYU season a little bit. But yeah, even if they beat BYU, they'd have to have everything else fucking happen to get a sniff at the Big 12 championship. Kansas State at Oklahoma State. Did I watch this game? Fuck! Well, I couldn't do this shit because I had to watch fucking random ass highlight channels that try to fucking upload this shit. I'm seeing 6-minute highlights, bruh. I know this shit is ass, bruh. I could not watch this game. Fucking Sam Jackson the 5th, bruh. Yo, get out of here, bruh. I don't know what the fuck happened, bruh. Look like Kansas State fucking scored a touchdown at the end, bruh. That's all that fucking matters, bruh. I'm seeing this shit the same time y'all seeing it, bruh. 3 receptions for 82 yards for Jace Brown. That's just who he is. Shout out him. I couldn't tell you anything else but this game, bro. It's 14-6, bro. Kansas State might be fucking ass. I just hope they're fucking bowl bound because it'll be interesting. Damn, they not be in Utah. They got Colorado at the end of the season. No, so that'll be fun. All right, finally a good game. Arkansas takes fucking LSU to the fucking wire, bro. Michael Van Buren Jr., bro. Yo, bro, the fact that Karen Nussmeier got benched, bro, is fucking funny to me. But it fucking sucks for him, bro. Because they got to watch fucking MVB. Is that his initials? Is that what we got to call him, bro? Bro, bro, this whole offense is fucking ass, bro. That's all I got to say, bro. Shout out Harlan Berry, bro. I think he's an underclassman. He's a freshman. I'm pretty sure he's a fucking redshirt freshman or something like that. But anyways, bro, this guy's pretty fucking good, bro. He kind of showed out in the game, bro. He was someone I took from this game. But everybody fucking, yo, this offense is ass. That's all I gotta say, bro. And nothing else, bro. Taylor Green tried to do everything. Continues just. Bro, this dude's just funny because like he'll have games where he have fucking 300 yards, bro, 2 touchdowns, and then there's games like this where it's like they lost by 1 point. And he threw 2 interceptions, bro, on 165 yards passing. Bro, it's just funny to me. Hey, at 70 yards rushing, keeps him in the game, but also, isn't a reliable quarterback. But he has the height and build of an NFL quarterback. That's what I keep hearing when he goes to the draft. But yeah, Arkansas 2-8, 0-6 in SEC play, but LSU was able to win. This is a fucking 12 o'clock noon game at Death Valley. So yeah, shout out to the fans that stayed. West Virginia lost to Arizona State. Jeff Sims, this guy is crazy, bro. 3 touchdowns throwing and then 81 yards on the ground, bro. He just makes his offense go. And I'm hearing a whole lot of Sam Levitt talk, bro. There's a whole lot of rumors coming out that he might transfer or something like that, bro. He's shutting it down, but I don't know what that's about. But 7-3 for Arizona State. Shout out to them. Scotty Fox Jr. was still doing Scotty Fox Jr. things, bro. 353 yards, bro. 2 touchdowns. Bro, this guy's gonna be crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The fact that he took Arizona State to the limit is wild to me, bro. Because it just back-to-back wins, and then the Arizona State game, and then now you got Texas Tech game, where you're probably gonna get your ass beat, and it's gonna be a good freshman, maybe a freshman game, or you could wheel your way through the game. But it's gonna be a good test for him in his young career, because he has a lot of potential in the future. But shout out Arizona State and Jeff Sims for just keep fighting. Tennessee Tech, they were 10-0 going into this game, now 10-1. Was this competitive? Fuck no. Kentucky was just running up the board, bro. Cutter Boley looking like that guy, bro. Calzada over there flexing his money on the sideline. But Cutter Boley had 3 completions in the game, bro. 236 yards, bro. And yeah, look at the running backs, bro. 30 carries between the 2 running backs, 4 touchdowns combined. Yeah, they was just having their way with them, bro. And yeah, finally a good win for Kentucky, bro. I feel like that's been at a premium. Oh shit, they beat the shit out of Florida like that, yo. Florida's ass. I just remembered that. Vanderbilt, Louisville, back-to-back ranked games coming up for them, and they're both not at home. So good fucking luck to Cutter Boley in Kentucky, cause yeah, they're trying to get to that bowl game as well. They're just 1 away now. North Texas UAB. This game I just highlighted. I want to see what North Texas was gonna see with UAB, because UAB famously beat Memphis, a ranked Memphis team. And yeah, they didn't do this against North Texas. North Texas probably got the best offense out of the group of 5, probably a top 10 offense in all of FBS in my opinion, bro. And yeah, Caleb Hawkins, true freshman, 27 carries, 189 yards. Let me get 5 touchdowns. This isn't a Navy. This isn't a fucking Air Force, Army. Nah, I'm gonna do it against the UAB Blazers. Yo, fucking 5 touchdowns is crazy. This guy is like 2nd in rushing touchdowns in all of FBS. And that's coming off of a 4-touchdown game, 4-touchdown game, and a 5-touchdown game. Off them 3 games alone, he's damn near top 5, bro. And then you got two and 1 TD game in there, bro. And he has games where he has donuts, bro. Like, that's crazy to me, bro.
Bro don't even got a photo.
Yeah, bro. He's literally like, bro, he's a freshman, bro, and no one even fucking can get a photo of this guy. That's crazy to me, bro. But yeah, I'm just saying, North Texas get in the playoffs. I think they can run up on any FBS defense. Not any, I don't want to say any, but they could, because their offense is so dynamic, in my opinion. Texas Tech, UCF's fucking ass. Taven Jackson, please leave. I don't give a fuck where you go, bruh. You're not helping this team compete, bruh. Bro, they had 2 points off a fucking it was like an offsides or a false start, bruh, and they got fucking a safety for that, bruh. Yo, he scored 7 points in the game, bro. I don't give a fuck if Texas Tech is the fucking greatest fucking defense ever assembled, bro. That's how people are talking. And yeah, fucking, he had decent passes, bro. He was 27 for 33, bro. I'm not trying to hate, bro. He was actually decent in this game, bro. But he put up 7 fucking points. That's not enough. Baron Morton and fucking, bro, Mitch Griffiths, the fucking backups getting in, bro. They said Baron Morton need to get out the game, bro. We can't have him injured. Yo, it don't matter what the stat line look like, bro. You got fucking Jacob Rodriguez over here taking direct snaps and fucking trying to be the quarterback, bro. You're not getting the Heisman vote, my boy. Like, what are you trying to fucking be that thirsty for? Like, what the fuck? Go take your fucking only facial hair is fucking mustache, bro. We're not trusting with my daughter. NC State at Miami. And we thought NC State was gonna do shit. Fuck no. Holy shit. Somebody smells like shit in this fucking NC State's offense. How do you get Hollywood Smothers back and he has -2 yards, bro? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hollywood Smothers came back and had -2 yards in the fucking game. This dude was leading the fucking FBS in rushing or top 3 or some shit before he was injured. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on, bro. The fucking offensive line, I guess, not blocking, bro. I'm not blaming anybody but fucking the offensive line. I can't blame Smothers, bro. It can't be his fault. But yeah, fucking bro. Miami was just Miami, bro. They back to their winning ways, bro. And shout out them. They do got a pick game to worry about at the end of the season, but got Virginia Tech this week. 2 losses in conference, not gonna really help you in that case. Louisville and SMU, but I do think if they went out and don't touch the conference game, they're still in. But it would definitely be a debate no matter what. Georgia Tech at Boston College, and they won by 2 points. This is just a funny game, bro. Dylan Lonergan, he played very well this game. Shout out to him for 362 yards. Turbo Richard, 141 yards on him. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Boston College fucking team was going, bro. 14-6 is their 3 quarters that they scored in, and Haynes King just doing Haynes King things. It was funny because the whole premise at the start was like, let's not like have Haynes King do everything. But he fucking had to, bro. 371 yards throwing, 53 yards, and 15 fucking carries for him. Yo, bro, this shit is fucking insane. This is an insane offense to run and continuously just continue to run and think this shit's gonna, like, win you something, bro. This dude's gonna face a defense where they're just gonna lock in on him and just, that's gonna be the end of that. They got 2 ranked matchups left, Pitt and Georgia. So if Georgia's gonna lock you down and fucking give you a second loss, fucking someone in the playoffs is gonna eliminate you immediately. But hey, bro. It's neither here nor there, but that's something they gotta think about down the line. They just want to get there. But shout out Boston College, showed a lot of effort today, and the reason fucking Dylan Lonergan fucking came here and transferred from Alabama was to do something like this. But he kind of got to get the win to do that. Virginia at Duke. Duke in the whole ACC potentially not getting a team in was off of Duke winning out. They lost, so that shit's out the window. Duke's not making the fucking playoffs. They wasn't making playoffs regardless, but it's more or less now not going for the ACC championship. Virginia did in convincing fashion, if I do say so. Chandler Moore's back from injury, threw 2 interceptions, got 2 touchdowns to back it up though. Jamari Taylor and fucking Harrison Whaley. I did not know that was his name. But 18 Ks, 16 Ks, respectfully. And yeah, Duke and Dan Mintz still just slinging that ball, bruh. I just think you need a lot of help in the pass game, bruh. Barcates, 45 yards, bruh. It's just throwing the randoms out there, bruh. Like I feel like if you get a pass catcher in the transfer portal, that'll help Darian Mintz a lot, a reliable pass catcher. But yeah, 5-5 on Duke's season. Let's see where they get their last win at. Ooh, North Carolina for sure. Wake Forest as well. So yeah, shout out Virginia, continuing to win and still trying to keep their ACC championship hopes alive, and they're in second place if I'm not mistaken. Now we got the pile of mid-tier teams, maybe ass teams, maybe someone smell like shit, bro. And it's fucking Michigan State if it's anybody. Penn State wins 28-10 at Michigan State. Milivojevic, yeah, shout out him. He did it. He was there. I wouldn't say he had a bad game, bro. He pitched the football. It was just everybody else not doing anything, bro. Nick Marsh, bro, thought he was gonna do something this year. I guess not. 3 receivers catch balls for fucking Penn State. Yeah, bro. This shit's cooked, bro. You winning 28-10 off that. Kaytron Allen 2 touchdowns, 181. He's pretty much that guy. Grunkmeyer fucking 13 fucking attempts. And this is Penn State's interim head coach fucking first win, and they celebrated like it was a fucking championship. Shout out him. He was crying post game and in his press conference and shit. So shout out him. Got to quarterback 5 times, 5 sacks for Michigan State, or on Michigan State for Penn State. Let's keep it in the Big Ten. Maryland lose another one. We lose another one, fellas. But Illinois basically take care of business. And yeah, they just do what fucking Illinois does. They're not a bad team, bro. They're just 7-3 at the time. Not good enough to make playoffs, not good enough to make Big Ten championship. And yeah, just a mid-tier team, I guess. Maryland 4-6, bro. Lost like fucking 6 in a row at this point. And please fire head coaches, bro. Please fire coordinators. All the above. Watching his offense go to work, bro. It's sad, bro. 46 times for a young freshman to attempt on his passes is fucking wild. 240 yards passing for him. So yeah, shout out Maryland. 6 points not gonna get it done, bro. And Illinois just played Illinois football. Speaking of the American Conference from earlier, bro, Memphis loses to East Carolina. I watched this team. I heard about Caden Hauser. He could potentially make the jump to the Power 4 level, or the Power 4 level from the Group of 5, because he's that good of a quarterback. And now East Carolina 7-3, 5-1 in American, and that leaves Memphis out of the American running for the championship. Brendan Lewis 200 yards, 1 touchdown. Sutton Smith 100 yards. Not much going on for East Carolina. They was at home, and then that crowd was showing up, bro. I was surprised, but yeah, this East Carolina team, I guess, is dangerous. I couldn't even tell you who they lost to, bro. NC State and BYU. That's some good losses, bro. And then you got Tulane sprinkled in there, and they should be able to win out. And it's just watching how everybody else works in this American, see if they can get into the American Conference Championship. So yeah, shout out Memphis for losing that. New Mexico State get their ass beat by Tennessee. We expect nothing less, bro. Yeah, you can look at all the stats, bro. Joey Aguilar 200 yards, bro. Deshaun Bishop 80 yards. Chris Brazzell 65. They was just playing fucking hot potato with the ball, bro. They was doing anything they want. Is there anything to take from this? Probably not. Just looking around. Nope. Somebody smell like shit. It's New Mexico State 3-7 on the year. Ole Miss. Oh shit, not Ole Miss at all, bro. North Carolina versus Wake Forest. Could I watch this game? Fuck no. It's on the ACC network, bro. I can't fucking see the score when I watch the game. Who the fuck does that shit, bro? Fucking ooh. Gio Lopez looked like he want to win, bro. 20 yards for him. Damon June, a shout out him, bro. He had 3.6 fucking averages. Yeah, 32 yards is fucking atrocious. Let's look on the other side of the ball. Robbie Ashford, probably one of the worst ACC quarterbacks, if I'm just being honest. But he's leading the 7-3 team, bro, with 191 and a touchdown, bro. Damon Claiborne, one of the most hyped up transfers this year, 22 carries for 98 yards. Okay, shout out him. Also had a fumble. Fuck. Yeah, somebody smell like shit. I'm not watching this game, bro. Florida at Ole Miss. I ain't gonna lie, Florida was sticking with it for a little bit, bro, and then they couldn't find a fucking score in the second half, bro, and that kind of like just threw it away, bro. DJ Lag was damn near crying on the sideline after this game, bro. Yo, I know he's frustrated, bro. Please get out of Tallahassee, bro. It's okay, Lagway. It's not your fault, bro. Only Rap's gonna blame you and call you DJ Ungule and bully you. I wouldn't bully you. But yeah, fucking, bro. There's not much left, bro. These receiving cores, like, bro. Michael Sturdivant, bro. Like, we're throwing anybody in the game at this point, bro. We got so many injuries that it's not even funny no more. Trinidad Chambliss, fuck Trinidad Chambliss. Talk about Kewan Lacey, bro. A hat trick with 224 on 31 carries, bro. Leads the FBS in touchdowns now, rushing wise. And yeah, bro, everybody on this team can catch the ball, bro. Like, yo, look at all the 4, 6, 4, 3, 3, 2. Like, bro, there's like 6 people with fucking 2+ receptions in the game, bro. That's just what Trinidad Chambliss does. And this team is dangerous, but I think, are we seeing Lane Kiffin faces for his next team? I don't know, bro. I'm hearing Ole Miss wants to try to get a deal done this week, and I'm hearing the fans chant at the game, we want Lane, we want Lane. Like, bro, it's a distraction, bro. Lane, if you want to do something in the playoffs, bro, I think you should either sign a deal or fucking, you can't get out of Dodge yet, but, bro, you can't just keep leading the people on, bro. Ole Miss wants you to stay, bro. Do you want to do this, or do you want to fucking jump ship to LSU, Florida? I don't know, bro, but it's definitely a distraction for Ole Miss, and it kind of takes away from the football. I'm pretty sure Ole Miss only has 1 game left, and they have a bye week this week, and Mississippi State left. So, yeah, there's that. It's just funny. Yo, talking about 3 hours ago, Lane Kiffin denies that Ole Miss set an ultimatum on coaching future. I'm telling you, bro, that's all people are talking about, bro. This dude's gonna be the most highly touted fucking head coach, and he hasn't read up with his team right now. People want to know what he's doing for the future. Utah beats shit out of Baylor, bro. Sawyer Robinson probably gonna be an NFL prospect. Put up 430 yards with 3 touchdowns, but also got 2 interceptions with that. But still loses the game, bro. Josh Cameron with Michael Trigg just being a decoy. He's able to show out 13 receptions for 165 yards. Talk about the other side of the ball. You got Devin Dampier, 6 for 13, 80 yards. Not too crazy, but Bird Ficklin, bro. They still had 166 yards rushing, bro. He was the quarterback, bro. They just threw his ass in. He's the underclassman. Just threw his ass in, and he was just running the ball every time, bro. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, Utah is able to just easily pass Baylor, but they also did it with fucking 20 points in the fourth quarter, bro. This shit is crazy. Washington versus Purdue. Washington just continues to roll over teams. But you lost to Wisconsin, so it doesn't mean anything. And it's also Purdue, so there's a lot of asterisks next to his shit. And yeah, you got fucking Derek Decker DeGraff. How the fuck you say it, bro? You got anybody else receiving but Roebuck and fucking Denzel Boston. Yeah, and Demond Williams 257, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Washington. I don't know where Jonah Coleman went. I'm pretty sure he's injured at this point. Probably after that loss, bro, he don't care to play no more, bro. I wouldn't either, bro. 5 carries for 108 yards is crazy, bro. 21.6 average on a carry is wild. And yeah, Not much talk here. Washington rolls over them. Ohio State rolls over UCLA. If you want to see the full breakdown of it, Buckeye Fan Film Room drops every Tuesday at like 9 a.m. or some shit, 9:15. And yeah, should be the last video that dropped before this episode. Virginia Tech loses to Florida State, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. The only thing we need to talk about right here is the fucking hiring of James Franklin as Virginia Tech's next head coach, bruh. Because this is what everybody fucking wants, bruh. Yo, we're talking about a James Franklin team that was in the semifinals of the playoffs last year, bruh. Got shipped out of town, couldn't win the big ones. Now you don't need to win the big ones, bruh. The ACC's wide open, bro. We're going to see James Franklin and Dabo Swinney fucking 2 times a year at this point. And it's going to be good football, man. I think James Franklin could really turn around this program. And talk about only a month after being what was it? A month after being kicked out the fucking Penn State team, bro. He's back to finding his new job. I think Franklin was really owed $49 million from them. Includes a $9 million settlement. Yeah, he basically kind of, I think, talked it down to $9 million a year or some shit. I don't really know what's going on with his paycheck. I'm not trying to watch the podcast that much, but I'm just excited for Virginia Tech football and to see better days than what Florida State has to offer. And we can get these last 2 games, then we can talk about the James Franklin hire a little bit more. But yeah, Kyron Jones, 10 for 18, 125, has more to be desired. 79 yards on the ground. And yeah, Tommy Castellanos, look at this offense, bro. They got anybody running the football there. But yeah, shout out to Deuce Robinson, one of the better ACC wide receivers, if not the best. 134 yards, 6 receptions, and yeah. Moving on, SEC, we got the Mississippi State Bulldogs getting ass beat by Missouri. Matt Zala's looking a lot better, only 15 attempts though. It's Ahmad Hardy, 300 fucking yards with a hat trick, 25 carries. Yo, bro, this dude was just taking the ball and just going, bro. This dude is he was 3 yards from a double digit game in Vanderbilt, but only has 2 other double digits. Talk about like a little cold streak and then 100 yards and then fucking 300 yards in this game, bro. Shout out to Ahmad Hardy, bro. But yeah, Davon Booth was supposed to be. I thought he was somewhere around Ahmad Hardy's level. Maybe a couple of tiers below him, bro. Because Ahmad Hardy's putting himself apart from SEC running backs. And yeah, Blake Shapen, Kamari Taylor. It looked like Kamario Tayller kind of leaved him a little bit after at the end of the game. Is what it is. I think he could be something crazy for Mississippi State if they can develop him right. Then we got a late night game. BYU beating the shit out of TCU, bro. Josh Hoover, fucking yeah. 2 interceptions, bro. Eric McAllister, bro. Good fucking wide receiver. I want to see him get the ball more a little bit. 4 receptions is a lot, but still, I think he's obviously the best on the team, and it's not even close. 107 yards for him. But yeah, Bear Bachmeier got right back to it. Didn't let Texas Tech slip him up in his season. He's having 300 yards, touchdown. LJ Martin with 88 yards, and Bear Bachmeier with a touchdown on the ground. Yeah, it was just back to normal business for Bear. He was finding his pass catchers and just getting the ball to him, letting him make plays. So yeah, four fucking sacks to 0 was crazy, bro. And yeah, Bear Bachmeier and BYU go to 9-1 with a chance to control their own destiny and whatever they do. Cincinnati, UCF, is second in the Big 12 championship with a date potentially to get back against Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship. That concludes the 2-minute drill. We can now move on to the news part of the segment. I talked about it a little bit in the Virginia Tech game, and yeah, Virginia Tech now hires James Franklin as their next football head coach. I don't know if the numbers came out of what he's getting fucking what's it called? He's getting money wise, but I don't think it really matters, bro. I think this is something I called a little bit early in the process. I was like, I just see James Franklin as a Virginia Tech head coach, bro. I can just see him in the fucking zip up. I don't know. I just imagined. I think it was a dream I had. I'm honored and humbled to join the Hokie family, Franklin said in the statement. So yeah, I don't know. Y'all can confirm this, bro. Is he gonna wait till after the season? I think he's jumping right now.
Nah.
Games left, bro. Fuck it.
That's insane.
Yo.
Jumping right now is crazy.
Yo, I think bro should just go, bro. I think it's time. Yo, bro. And, what's Virginia Tech's schedule left? Let's look at the Hokies.
You could enjoy a little bit of the vacation first.
Nah, bro. You already signed the deal, bro. We need you in this locker room immediately. Bro, Miami and Virginia, come on, bro. Come on. He's ready to go. That's perfect. No, there's no bye weeks left. I'm like, bro, come on. Hey, tripping. How y'all feel about it?
Ooh. honestly, this is probably the best hire for Virginia Tech. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I mean, you one, he enters a different conference that's not the SEC or the Big Ten. So now shit can happen. Hey, shit might happen. I mean, going to the ACC, Virginia Tech. I remember seeing something saying like they're gonna throw resources like to him and like pretty much to help him like
Yeah.
recruit and all that. So I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was a given with James Franklin. I feel like he was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
pick up a job if Arkansas wasn't gonna fucking offer some money to put towards recruiting and this and that transfers. I was like, yo, he's not taking shit. I
For
wouldn't.
sure. Like now, but like, hey, I'm excited. I mean, every place that he coached at, they had a big turnaround some way, shape, or form. Obviously at Vandy, that was probably the most iconic one where he fucking made Vandy relevant. Went to fucking Penn State, made him a consistent 10+1 team. Not this season, but we'll talk about that doesn't mean to talk about right now. But overall though, now going to the ACC, going to Virginia Tech, and I mean, realistically, the ACC isn't really the best, and you're getting with James Franklin's like pedigree of like how he does things. I think he's a great fucking recruiter in my eyes. I mean, he always be recruiting some dogs on his team, to be honest with you. So, I think this is actually a fantastic hire. I mean, I won't be surprised if I see fucking Virginia Tech with fucking 9 wins next year, bro. Like, it's like that's the expectation at this rate because the things that he's done at these other places now coming into an arguably a way weaker conference, yo, things can happen for sure. How about you, right?
Yeah, honestly, when I seen this, I'm like, oh snap, ACC, a different conference. I'm like, this is gonna be something. And obviously, what Cam said earlier, he's saying the ACC is wide open, man. Clemson's not looking as strong no more. Fucking the boy look like he's about to be out the door. I don't know if fucking not the boy. Hold on, I said the wrong fucking name. Oh yeah, I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. Fucking Dabo. Yeah, Dabo. Fucking Dabo Sweeney.
I'm trying to think in my head like what sounds close to DeBoer. I'm like, okay, Dabo.
Dabo. I don't know if Clemson's gonna pull the trigger on that one, but Dabo's not looking as strong in Clemson no more. Miami, obviously they were looking strong, then slowly plummeted, but it seems like they're back on the rise. Like I said, the ACC is not settled on, like, there's not that one number one team, that's for sure. Obviously we all thought, Dabo looking like, he's like, hey, we're gonna be the first 16-0 team this year. That's what we shooting for. Yeah. But then Miami came out of nowhere, having Carson Beck, in there doing his shit. We ain't know if he's gonna look like the Georgia Carson Beck or not, but here he is, So yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see what James Franklin's gonna do. To be honest, in the ACC and Virginia Tech, I wonder what his record is gonna be looking like his first season there. Honestly, the main thing to probably pay attention for is probably the transfer portal and the recruits. To be honest, don't be surprised if you're following them recruiting page, they have Virginia Tech in there like top 5 or some shit. All of a sudden, 4-star fucking corner, fucking committed to Virginia Tech. Well, there we go. Who would have fucking thought, bruh? There we go. Here to start this shit. But yeah, all in all, I'm excited to see what James Franklin do in the ACC. Just seeing a familiar face in a different conference and see what happens. To be honest, Cameron, final thoughts?
Well, I'm just looking at all the losses that Virginia Tech has accumulated this year. And it's a lot. But does it happen next year? Who the fuck is VMI? Virginia Middle International Tennessee. But I feel like, bro, Old Dominion, Maryland, James Madison outside the ACC. Interesting matchups. But, bro, Virginia, Georgia Tech, NC State, Pitt, Miami, Boston College, Cal, and Clemson. Boston College probably the only gimme, bro, and that's like, bro, they got Alabama transfer ready to go. They're like playing right now, bro. They got a tough schedule for next year, bro. They don't face no Stanford and Syracuse or nothing like that, bro. But yeah, talk about wide open in ACC, bro. It's wide open. We're going down to the wire of who's gonna take this ACC championship and be in it. There's 4 teams, and most of them aren't here every year. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I think this is exactly what he should have done. James Franklin should have done. And it's going to be interesting to see how fast and how high the expectations are for Virginia Tech next year. I think it's going to be pretty high because of his track record at Penn State and what he made Penn State. And now left the Big Ten and now is going to ACC. So it should be instant domination. And that should be the expectations for a lot of people. I'm not saying it's fair, but I just think that's what people want, because Virginia Tech football was good at one point, bruh. It was good. So he wants to bring that shit back to the olden days right now. So it's gonna be very interesting. Like I said, bro, I can't wait till the Dabo and James Franklin continuous fucking ongoing fucking feud that I get to see every year now in the ACC, bro. It should be constant rate matches between them, bro. They both had their bad years, bro, and Dabo should be able to reel his shit back in. Maybe hit the transfer portal while doing that. But yeah, transfer portal. I think that might be a big thing for Virginia Tech as well, bro. Meet James Franklin already? What the fuck? I could meet James Franklin right now? I have to do that. Hang on. I'm gonna click on it, bro. But yo, that's crazy. But yeah, shout out to Virginia Tech, bro. They going straight to work, bro. They gotta meet James Franklin fucking tab on their shit. Crazy. But yeah, I don't got much else to say.
What
looking at the future schedule?
Win wise, what are we expecting? We expecting bowl eligibility at least next year for James Franklin,
Yeah.
Virginia Tech. At least 6 wins.
Yep.
That's like the minimum, huh? Yeah.
I said 9. I think he can pull 9. I feel like he can pull 9, low key.
Yeah, I think him just 6. To be honest, we gotta see how he's selling in the first couple games. See what he's looking for.
I just want to see how many players, because James Franklin's what's it called, a players coach. So how many players flip from Penn State, bro?
Yeah, that is true too. Yeah.
How many players coming from Penn State?
Hey, you might see 10 plus, bro.
You seen Drew Allen?
Okay, yeah, no, let's.
If he has eligibility left, fuck it, bro. Fuck Cameron Jones.
But hey, future's bright though for Virginia Tech.
What if Buckeye fucking leaves? Yo.
Alrighty. Alright, I think that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I guess we're just gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, Buckeye Fan Film Room was posted yesterday as when you guys are watching this video. So, if you guys are interested about, us going in depth with the UCLA game, Ohio State UCLA game, it'll be on the Buckeye Fan Film Room. Well, obviously on the Block Sitdown channel, but, the category of the Buckeye Fan Film Room was on that side. So if you're interested in that, go consider, clicking that video, watching that in more depth with UCLA. But other than that, we are live Thursday, 1 foot in, every Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. So if you're interested in pulling up live, go ahead and go down, link in the description. Go click that link. Hey, it should be my Twitch link, right? It'll take you to a link tree and give you all the my socials, and then find the one that says Twitch. Go click that. Go follow me over there. If you don't have an account, consider doing so, because then that's the only way you could be able to chat with us and stuff like that. But other than that, we appreciate all the love support. If you're new to the channel, consider clicking that subscribe button. Also, down there, also click that like button. But other than that, we appreciate all the love support. We'll catch you guys. We'll catch you next. Peace.